What's happening, everybody? I'm Steve, and welcome back to Junkdrummer TV, where I give my initial reactions, my hot takes, and my analysis on the drummers of today and yesterday, and maybe tomorrow if I stick around that long. I'm a professional drum teacher and a gigging musician, and I have been those things for the last 20 plus years. Today's episode is very much a drummer of today, and this comes straight from the comments section. We're going to be watching Matt Greiner of August Burns Red. This is a traditional reaction video. I've never heard him play, and I've never heard of August Burns Red. The only thing I know about him is I watched an interview so I could make sure that I say his name right. So before I get into it, if you all think I deserve it, please give me a like, a comment, and share. Give me a double tap on the subscription and the notification bell, but only if you think I deserve it. I really need help with the algorithm. The algorithm has been kicking my ass lately. So let's get right into Matt Greiner playing the 11th hour with August Burns Red.
This song is called the 11th hour. Let's have some fun with this one already.
Okay, I think that's the vanilla fudge blast, but definitely a blast of some sort. Okay, so just initial reactions because I've never heard him play before. Are those D drums? I think those are D drums. I've got a D drum set. Those are really nice. Lots of blast beats. I think we are. I think the kiddies call it metalcore, which I just call everything above AC/DC metal. Anything heavier than AC/DC, I just call metal. I understand the need for all those genres, but I'm getting too old to keep up. One thing that you can see right off the bat from this guy is, man, he is studious. He has perfect technique. He has like finished cotillion technique or posture. Like the way he's setting, that's perfection. I mean, every drum teacher in the world is going to love that. Has his toms really flat. It's very much like Mike Borden from Faith No More. Let's see what else. Blast beats, man. You have to have. There we go. We live for breakdowns around here. I want to address technique-wise something that you see him doing when he plays his snare drum. That is an optical illusion that sometimes students mistake for like digging and digging into the snare drum like that. He's not doing that. He's doing what's called a staccato stroke. He's not allowing the stick to come back up. He's not doing this big impact down like that. That especially when you're playing something this heavy and loud and fast can really hurt you. That is a perfect staccato stroke where you don't allow the stick to bounce back up. That's an optical illusion, kids. I've had students who've watched drummers like that, and you can tell that they're trying to mimic it, and they do this big thing. And it's so bad for you. You can get tinnitus like that. Yeah, man. Whoa. Whoa. That's new. There's a new blast. The thing about those blast beats is, there's a name for all of them, right? There's literally one called the diarrhea blast. And I, goof on it by giving them, wacky blast beat names. But that's the first one, at least I've never seen that, where he's going between the bell and the ride. And he's got like what might be a Zill bell. I'm assuming he's a Zildjian endorser. I don't know that, but that looks like a Zill bell. That's a new one. Let's go back a little bit and check out a new blast. Yeah. Man, when you play this extreme shit, man, you have to have perfect technique. Wow. That has to be the fastest stick change I've ever seen. When you drop a stick, and especially with the part that he was going into, he's going into a completely different part. You have to right there figure out which part of the drum you're not going to hit while you're getting your drumstick. This is why you should have drumsticks on either side when you play live, kids. Have them on your floor tom and have them over here on your hi-hat. I think this guy's got marching band going on. Because even that drum fill right there, that almost looked like a sweep from a tenor. Yeah, I would bet my Honda Element that dude marching band. Again, see that left hand? That's not, he's still bouncing up. He's releasing as soon as he hits that snare drum. Okay, this is the kind of double bass that I like. I am not a big, huge fan, and I am in a metal band, but I'm in like a stoner sludge metal band. So we don't play anything tempo like this. I like this kind of double bass where it seems like it's a little more musical, where you're not just filling up all the space. This, to me, is far more a musical approach in double bass playing. Yeah, you can just tell this dude is trained. That was like some old school thrash stuff there, just running their 16th notes and playing snare drum stuff over top of it. Ooh. I like how he's he is a Zildjian player, so that probably is a Zilbel. I like how he's using the China on the downbeat and then comes out of that drum fill with that upbeat. This is really creative. This is a very creative metalcore drummer. And I only know that name because of my students. Metal. You would almost kind of get like a prog thing because there's so many different shifting feels. There's no odd time. That right there, that is as classic double bass hand combination that you're going to see. Man, if you are a double bass player, you've got to be able to do those licks. This is the double bass stuff that I like. Man, I was telling this to a double bass student today. Like, man, you got to be in such good shape to play this stuff, man. This is athleticism. This is drum athlete shit, man. You can't... I would guess this dude works out, you know... You can tell it in his arms, he probably does. This guy probably don't smoke. He probably don't go play the show fucked up. Well, actually, he probably doesn't. I don't know anything about him, but I did watch an interview, and he said that his dream gig would be Hillsong United, which would lead one to believe that he is a sacred drummer. Is this sacred music? If it is, man, this is definitely not your grandpa's sacred music. And we don't care about styles, genres, and why you play music around here. We like it all. One of my number one things I wanted to do with this channel. Okay. Matt Greiner, August Burns Red. It's not the kind of music that I would probably regularly listen to, but it's something that I would enjoy in small amounts. But the drumming, that's a clinic. That's a clinic in all of your modern styles of extreme metal drumming. You've got all those blast beats. You've got those really cool breakdowns. I like those breakdowns where you still are using your double bass. The way that he was using his double bass in a really musical way, and what he was doing was a lot of doubling guitar and bass parts. That, as from a student standpoint, watch his posture, watch his technique. This guy will be able to play well into his old age with few to very little physical problems that you can run into when you play this extreme style. I talk about it a lot, man. The Seven Dust drummer Morgan Rose, he had some physical issues with bad technique playing an extreme style. I would guess that he was a marching band drummer, and you will learn good to great technique from that, and it transfers to every style of music. Because, man, sticks are sticks and hands are hands, and that is a good example of it. Matt Greiner, man, God love you, dude. That's really cool, and if that is a sacred music, that is probably turning on a crowd that would be turned off by regular sacred music, if you know what I'm saying. And I mean, dude, there's room in this world for that too. So if y'all enjoyed all of that, again, please give me a like, a comment, and a share. Give me a double tap on the subscription and the notification bell. Check out my merch page and my Patreon page if you really dig it. And again, if you're a student watching this, watch him again without my nonsense over top of it, and really examine his approach from a technical standpoint. And you'd be well served to try to mimic that. And if you're going to try to mimic that, you got to keep practicing until it's easy.